Nick Newman's downward spiral is about to send shockwaves through the Newman family, but his devastating crisis won't be the only bombshell rocking Genoa City. Sharon is forced to confront just how far Nick has fallen, Victor prepares to step in before his son destroys himself completely, and Billy Abbott may be holding a secret powerful enough to create another explosive battle between the Abbotts and the Newmans. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, August 13th, pick up after Nick's heartbreaking collapse at the end of Wednesday's episode. Nick has reached one of the darkest moments of his life. After leaving rehab and returning to pills, he found himself spiraling alongside Marie Kirkland. Their reckless night quickly turned terrifying when Marie stopped breathing. Nick managed to revive her and called emergency services, but watching the paramedics take Marie away left him emotionally shattered. Once the room was empty and the chaos was over, Nick could no longer pretend he had control of his life. He broke down. And in that desperate moment, there was one person he believed he could still call: Sharon. Now Sharon is expected to answer that call and come to Nick's rescue. Seeing Nick in such a broken condition could hit Sharon especially hard. This isn't simply someone she once loved going through a difficult time. Nick has been part of Sharon's life for years, and their history makes it almost impossible for her to watch him destroy himself without becoming emotionally involved. Still, Sharon knows this moment isn't about her feelings. Nick needs immediate help, and she may have to become the strong one while he is incapable of making the right decisions for himself. Her first priority could be getting Nick out of that motel room and somewhere safe. Whether that means taking him back to the Newman ranch or helping him return to treatment, Sharon appears ready to make sure he isn't left alone to continue his downward spiral. But getting Nick somewhere safe is only the beginning. Victor and Nikki are also about to learn just how serious their son's situation has become. After returning from their honeymoon, they are expected to be stunned by the latest developments. Whatever disagreements Victor and Nikki may have had in the past, Nick's crisis gives them something they can immediately agree on. Their son needs help before the situation becomes even worse. Victor is unlikely to remain on the sidelines. When his family is threatened, Victor's instinct is usually to take control, and Nick's addiction may be no exception. After seeing that Nick was able to leave rehab and fall back into the same destructive behavior, Victor could decide that a much stronger intervention is necessary. That may include arranging treatment where Nick has far less opportunity to simply walk away when things become difficult. For Victor, the goal will be protecting his son. But Nick may not appreciate having his choices taken away from him, especially while he is already emotionally unstable. Victor's attempt to save Nick could therefore create another painful family conflict before recovery can truly begin. While the Newmans struggle with Nick's crisis, Billy Abbott is preparing to create trouble of a very different kind. Billy has information he intends to share with Jack Abbott and Kyle Abbott, and the secret could potentially involve Adam Newman and Newman Media. There are indications Billy may have discovered details surrounding Adam's move involving Newman Media and Sally Spectra. If Adam made a deal and kept important details from Victor, Billy could see that information as valuable ammunition. For now, however, exactly what Billy reveals remains uncertain. What is clear is that Jack and Kyle are about to hear something Billy considers important enough to bring directly to them. That alone could be dangerous. The relationship between the Abbott and Newman families has been filled with rivalry for years, and information that damages Adam or creates problems for Victor could quickly become another weapon in that ongoing battle. Jack may initially approach Billy's revelation cautiously. He already has reasons to worry about Billy becoming consumed by another obsession, especially after learning that Billy has returned to Chancellor and is pursuing something Kane believes may lead nowhere. Kyle, however, could see an opportunity if Billy's information gives the Abbotts leverage against Adam, and Billy himself may be more determined than ever to prove that whatever he has been investigating is not simply another reckless obsession. That means one secret could potentially pull several characters into a much larger conflict. August 13th is shaping up to be an emotionally intense day in Genoa City. Nick's collapse forces Sharon back into the center of his crisis, Victor prepares to take control of his son's future, and Billy's secret threatens to open another dangerous front between two of the city's most powerful families. For Nick, the biggest battle is no longer against another person. It is against the addiction that has already pushed him frighteningly close to losing everything. And after what happened with Marie, the consequences of another relapse could be far more devastating.